Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about a health and wellness topic, which is cold and flus. It's that dreaded time of the year where everybody tends to be susceptible to catching a bug from your neighbor, from people at work, from your kids, because they're bringing it home from school. And so I thought it would be a very relevant topic to be talking about because we're always looking for ways to be able to look for a cure for a cold and a flu. But I think it's more important to be able to be proactive before you even get sick and look for ways to support the immune system via whole food supplements and also diet, of course, nutritious diet ways of eating so that we can support our immune systems. I think our immune systems are extremely efficient, and if we provide it the enough support that it needs, then we can actually prevent getting that seasonal dreaded cold and flu. So today I'm just going to be sharing some of my personal tips on supplements and things that I have found to have been very effective for me personally and also for my family, and that can be easily found and readily incorporated into your daily lives. The first thing that I want to talk about is one of my favorite supplements that I have come across, and that's called Camu powder. It has a funny name, but what it is a powder that's derived from the Camu berry, which is native to the Amazon region from Peru, actually. And the reason why I really like this is because it's a natural form of vitamin C. 1 teaspoon of this actually has 840 milligrams of vitamin C, or 14 times more actually 14 times your vitamin daily C intake that's required. So it's an extremely concentrated way to get vitamin C, and it's extremely easy to incorporate into your daily life. You can put a teaspoon of it in your water and mix it with a little bit of honey to make it sweet. You can put it in a juice, a natural juice of course, or into a smoothie. It also has a lot of natural minerals that are necessary in order to have a healthy immune system as well. It has potassium, it has phosphorus, it has iron, it has calcium. So it's not just one thing. It doesn't just have vitamin C. It has a whole plethora of different things in it as well that are also very supportive to your immune system. Vitamin C has been shown to be extremely beneficial when fighting infection. It's anti-inflammatory. It's a very powerful antioxidant. And as well, I find that it's also kind of a bonus. Vitamin C, of course, has also been found to be very important for skin health. So I like to take it even when I'm not sick to promote healthy skin and just to have a general immune system boosting product that is naturally found. The one thing that I wanted to mention why it's important to find things like this versus just going to the store and getting an over-the-counter vitamin C is that over-the-counter vitamin Cs are basically ascorbic acid. And generally, most of the time, this ascorbic acid is derived from GMO corn syrup. So when you compare the two, getting a product like Camu, which is an organic berry found in the Amazon jungle, versus getting it from a synthetic version of corn, GMO corn, you can imagine that this is going to be a lot better for the immune system versus an ascorbic acid derived product. Ascorbic acid in studies has also been shown to be extremely detrimental to healthy gut bacteria, and healthy gut bacteria is what I'm going to be talking about next. So it basically is a bit of a deterrent and does exactly the opposite of what you want it to do. It does cause stress on the immune system, and you want to be able to support the immune system as much as you want and can in order to combat colds and flus. So this is definitely number one for me, especially in the cold and flu season. So Camu berry, you can find it at your local health food store. You want to look for an organic source, and you can also find lots of sources online if you don't have a health food store close to you. So the next supplement that I'm going to be talking about is probiotics. And what probiotics are, if you're not familiar with it, is a form of basically getting healthy bacteria into your gut. A very important thing to remember is that 70 to 80% of your immune system cells are found in your gut tissue. So if you don't have enough healthy bacteria in your gut, there's no way that you're going to be able to combat infections such as colds and flus. So at this time of the year, I really encourage taking a probiotic, whether it be in the form of pills or in a powder, or even by consuming more fermented foods like fermented vegetables like sauerkraut, fermented carrots, like pickled things are really good as well if you're preferring to take it in food form. I think it's also really important to remember that when you don't have enough healthy bacteria in your in your gut, it can also cause so many other problems in your health because it causes inflammation, which leads to leaky gut, which can lead to Crohn's disease, gluten intolerances. It can lead to migraine headaches, a lot of inflammatory skin-based conditions. So having a healthy gut balance or healthy gut flora is extremely important in general for the immune system. It's also been linked to separate conditions, mental conditions. So in order for you to have a standing fight against colds and flus, I think that having probiotic supplementation is really important. The one that I take has 12 billion active cells. So this is something also that you want to make sure that you do a little bit of research before you go out there. If you go to a health food store, is if you have taken antibiotics, you want to make sure that you're taking a very high dose of probiotics for a prolonged period of time in order to replenish the good bacteria that has been killed off by the antibiotics. And in general, I take this all year long. I think that it's really important to always support the healthy gut, healthy flora in your gut. So taking a probiotic for me is basically just a daily supplement that I do all year long. It's to ensure that I have a healthy balance. Stress, sugar, processed foods, alcohol, all those types of things basically kill the good guys. So you always want to make sure that you're replenishing and restoring your healthy bacteria by taking a probiotic supplement and also eating a good amount of fermented foods. So my next one is raw honey. This is one of my favorite products to consume while I'm gonna get a cold or a flu. It's extremely tasty, so it's not like your typical cough syrup that tastes like really gross. It's actually really nice to consume. The reason why I choose raw unpasteurized honey in its natural state is because it keeps all of the natural enzymes. Raw honey has been found to have over 5,000 active enzymes in there. So these types of enzymes found in raw honey are extremely beneficial to increase your energy levels. They also have been found to be extremely anti-inflammatory. Raw honey also has a plethora of natural vitamins and minerals like vitamin A, vitamin C, E, K, D. It also has calcium, phosphorus. It's basically one of those miracle foods that has so many different benefits in just one little teaspoon of it. The way that I like to consume it is I put basically a teaspoon to a tablespoon in a glass of water, in my tea. I can take it raw, and a lot of people actually find it better than taking cough syrup. So it coats your throat. It's very soothing. It's very anti-inflammatory. So you can basically take it during a cold and a flu or before it in order to boost the immune system. And having it in its raw, natural state ensures that you're getting the full array of benefits from it instead of getting the pasteurized, kind of more the clear kind of honey that you find in supermarkets. So make sure that you're always getting an organic raw honey form in order to get all of the benefits from it. It's tasty, it's effective, and you can use it all year long. So the next product I'm going to be talking about is Echinacea supplementation. This is a very popular remedy that a lot of people resort to when they feel that a cold or a flu is coming on. The way that it's used and how it's used is basically on the onset of a flu or a cold. So when you first get that tickle in your throat, or when you're getting that fatigue and that tiredness that comes before you get a cold or a flu, you want to take Echinacea as much as possible. So you basically amp up your immune system as much as you possibly can before the infection fully sets on. You can find Echinacea in different forms. You can find it in capsules. The form that I have here is basically like a tincture form that's like a drop that you put directly under your tongue or in your throat. You can also find it in teas. And what Echinacea is an extract of a flower from the Echinacea flower. It's kind of like a daisy flower family. And how it works is basically it just stimulates your immune system. So it's not necessarily a cure for a cold, but it has been shown to shorten the length and duration of an infection, and not just necessarily for colds and flus. So for different types of infections, you can use Echinacea as a very powerful immune system booster, in order to, again, shorten the duration of the actual infection when it comes on. So the key is that you want to take as much of it, of course, following the directions on the specific one that you're taking, specifically right before the infection comes on, or right when you feel that it's like the first day of your cold or your flu. You want to basically ramp it up and you'll definitely feel the benefits from that. So the last product I'm going to be talking about is vitamin D. The vitamin D that you're looking at here is a liquid drop form, liquid vitamin D3, which is the one that you're looking for if you're taking it in liquid form or in capsule form. The reason why I think it's very important is vitamin D is underestimated, and it's important to support a healthy immune system. It has a very, very large chain reaction in the body. Many different chemicals and enzymes react when you take vitamin D. And of course, when you are in the summertime or in the spring, you get enough of vitamin D to support a healthy immune system through natural sun intake. But of course, in the winter here in North America, we don't get enough sun. So I think that when our vitamin D levels drop, generally our immune systems are more susceptible to infections. So it is stressed to take vitamin D supplementation. Although vitamin D is found in dairy products like milk and cheese, I don't think that, it's enough. In order for us to be able to get enough vitamin D in our system. So many people have been found to have vitamin D deficiency. So when you take a vitamin D drop, you basically get 1,000 international units in just one liquid drop. If you're taking a capsule, I think it's similar to that. One thing I will mention is if you are taking vitamin D supplementation, you make sure that you're also getting enough of vitamin K2. If you do a little bit of research, when you are taking vitamin D, what it also helps is for your body to absorb calcium. But if you're overtaking too much vitamin D, there are a bit of negative side effects if you don't have an even balance there. So getting enough magnesium and getting enough vitamin K2 is important, which is also another reason why I have this array. I have Camu powder, I have honey, probiotics, echinacea, and vitamin D, because honey has been found to have the vitamin K2 and magnesium, and so does Camu. So when you're looking for supplements, always try to get them from natural food sources. They're more complete. And again, my go-to for a cold remedy is the Camu powder with honey. So a teaspoon of this in water or in a smoothie, add a little bit of honey in there, and you basically have like a makeshift iced tea. It's easy for kids to consume, and as well as it doesn't really taste that bad. So if you have any other suggestions for how to, is he making a cameo? How to get rid of a cold or a flu, please give me your feedback. I'm more than happy to read your suggestions. Again, I mean, this is basically for family and for kids. So it's something that I'm sharing because it really is beneficial. And it's just something that we all need to have at this time of the year. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any feedback or any comments, please leave it below. I will leave a link below with more information regarding these different supplements. If you can't get it at your general health food store, you can also find these products online. So thanks again for watching. Give it a thumbs up, and until next time, ciao.